Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and like I said in the previous video, I said the only way I can express my true feelings on what's going on in the world today is through song. And the only way I'm going to do that is by performing a song that I wrote actually like last week, the day after the morning after graduation. I just stayed up. I was just kind of, watching my graduation video, which is kind of sad or suckish. I mean, we still got a graduation. I'm not being ungrateful about that, but it was just like kind of weird just watching, you graduate on video. I was just rewatching the ceremony video 5 million times, and I'm just sitting here like, ugh. We had this shit taken away from us from a virus, like a virus that can't be seen. And I really wanted to make this song. I was just laying down and just chilling, watching the video, watching a couple of, I don't know, shit on Adult Swim. Because I was just like, yeah, I'm an adult now, so whatever. But then I started thinking, maybe I should write a song about this. And, I'm too much of a bitch to kind of get up and, I was just sitting there saying, like, I'm kind of a fucking pussy. Let me just get up and make the song. And you know how it is. I have a fuck ton of anxiety, so now I'm just debating between if I should even make this song. Will people even care? You know how it is. It's just this anxiety of being a creator or an artist. You're just debating in your head, maybe I should do this, maybe I shouldn't. No, people are gonna hate this. No, people are gonna love it. Like it's just I just got up after a while and say, you know what, you haven't wrote or made a song or put out a song in a minute. So maybe you should just fucking do it and stop being a pussy. So I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna finish it. I don't care who dislikes it. It's coming from an important place. And if you don't like it, if it makes you uncomfortable because I'm saying something important, then, that's your thought, that's your opinion. I don't care. Um, and yeah, this was just me scrolling through a couple of beats, trying to find the perfect beat, and then I just came across one, and I just kept on writing. I don't care how the lyrics are. I just want it to be authentic as possible. I don't want it because I tend to overcomplicate and be hard on myself. And I try my hardest to be too much of a perfectionist. And I feel like it should be more of what I feel is right than what everybody else likes. And if it's not coming from the heart, then it doesn't matter. It's not genuine. So I made this specifically. I know it's going to be a long little intro, but I just wanted to explain it before anybody has any questions. But I made this specifically for the class of 2020 because this was the day or the morning after I graduated high school. And I was like, maybe I should make a video. I mean, maybe I should make a song about this. And then a few weeks later, this started to happen. The protest and the rioting and the racism and it just all of this started going awry. So I was just like, how would I put this out? Is this going to be appropriate for what's really going on right now? Because it is about what's going on right now. It's about COVID-19. And it is about fighting against the grain and rising above and rising towards greatness. And it is kind of describing what's going on right now. I was just a little iffy about releasing it because it would seem a little late because yeah, is still, a topic of America that's really important and people are still getting sick and dying from it. But at the same time, you know, it's just I didn't want to seem a little insensitive, like I didn't care or I'm not aware of anything that's going on. So I just decided to dedicate it to, you know, I decided to dedicate it to just everyone, to rise above this, that you can become great, that even through all this madness, that we will come back stronger. We are going to make this right. So, without further ado, and me talking off your fucking ear, let's do this shit. Hold the fuck on. Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to have lyrics right up here so I can read them, because I do practice this pretty much, I'd say for the most part, so, but I just don't want to mess up. I just want to go through this swiftly and make sure everybody is happy. Everybody is feeling good. So, without further ado, let's get this shit started. Hold on. I am very fucking unprepared for something that's supposed to be important. And here we go. This about to be our history. Nothing don't mean shit to me. Been grinding all my life. This time has been a mystery. Feel like no one is listening. Nobody here in sight. I made it through the fire. Now I'm ready to inspire, and I'm ready for the fight. Yeah, working at it like an addict. 2020 about to have it, and we about to do it right. It's been a while since I seen all your faces. Never thought our last day was right before vacation. Made it past the pain and now we headed for the greatness. Gonna tell my kids we had the weirdest graduation. Been working 4 years and now I feel like I regret it. Study every night to make sure I can really get it. Working under pressure till my fingers getting redder. I just wanna pass this class so my college won't reject me. I know it's super tedious just staying in your home, but promise me we suffering like you not alone. The government's been devious, they knew this all along. And now the world's in shambles and the toilet paper's gone. Born into the era of the terror and destruction. Now we got a president who's leading us to fuck shit. Gotta work together so communities can function. As we rise above, show my fellow classmates some love. It's about to be our history. Nothing don't mean shit to me. Been grinding all my life. This time has been a mystery. Feel like no one is listening. Nobody here in sight. I made it through the fire, now I'm ready to inspire, and I'm ready for the fight. Yeah, working at it like an addict. 2020 about to have it, and we about to do it right. Now the world's in the palm of our hands, taking every stand to the man who ain't supplying our demands. This shit was never planned to get this hectic. Really feeling grateful for the things that I'm blessed with. Here's a little something to remember down the road. Don't ever waste your time, never striving toward your goals. Whatever's feeling right determines how you gonna roll. Don't ever let them break you down, it can't destroy your soul. It's okay to cry, I understand you're feeling sad. Cherish all the memories and moments that we had. Remember, this is temporary, it's not a forever thing. My love is for my peers, I put that shit on almost everything. We made it past the stages some niggas can't even sit through. Getting in assignments that you knew you couldn't get through. Managing your own time really ain't that simple. Know that you a boss and that's the reason that he sent you. Our moments being stolen and we can't really control it. I guess that's part of growing up, you gotta ride the motions. The question in our future, is this how we gon' survive? We've seen these trials and tribulations far too many times. I'm not that innocent, I was a coward to the spine. Regret my past decisions, had no clear regard for time. Plus we got some bozos who don't know the word resistance. They really trash their own for the sake of their religion. See myself in their behavior, trying to find the words to say but don't know how to express it. Don't get the gist of the message, the ignorance is a weapon. Our dignity being threatened. Why we fighting against the rules that's keeping us protected? Take this time to build yourself and find what drives your passion. Keep the ones around who made this possible to happen. It's gonna go down in history as time continues passing. Live your life in happiness. Keep smiling and keep laughing. It's about to be our history. Nothing don't mean shit to me. Been grinding all my life. This time has been a mystery. Feel like no one is listening. Nobody here in sight. I made it through the fire, now I'm ready to inspire, and I'm ready for the fight. Yeah, working at it like an addict. 2020 about to have it, and we about to do it right. We about to make this history. Nothing ain't preventing me. Been grinding all my life. Nobody showing sympathy. Feel like no one is listening. Nobody here in sight. I made it through the fire, feeling weary and so tired, but I'm ready for the fight. Yeah, Working at it like an addict. 2020 about to have it, and we about to make this right. Oh, yeah. Ha. So, that was just a little something I whipped up. And yeah, this song was basically, it was going to be for the class of 2020 because that's how I was feeling at that moment. But I just decided to dedicate it to everybody. Anyone who feels like, anybody who just wants to rise above and to stand tall. That's pretty much what it's all about. And yeah, I just really wanted to put that out there. Because for the most part, even though I'm kind of graphic as fuck, for the most part, I just rap honestly. I just put that out there for people. Because I feel like in rap, we have a lot of dishonesty. Yeah, I'm not being an old head. I'm just talking about some percentage of rappers who rap dishonestly, and I'm not trying to be one of those rappers. I try to just rap about positivity, even though I'm kind of, I'm fucked up myself. I'm not perfect. I'm human. It just seems like, sometimes I tell myself I'm just like a piece of shit, telling other people to stop being a piece of shit. Like, it's just, I do it because I love it, and I do it because that's what I want people to take with them. Because we already live in such a world where, again, everybody, especially the media, and Instagram, and again, I'm not being an old head. I'm just observing and just saying how it is. We already have the media. Everybody wants to be a rapper, but not everybody knows why they want to be a rapper. Some people do it off of influence. Some people do it because they want to say something. They want to, put a message. Some people just doing it for the money. Hey, I like money too, but if it ain't for you, and if it ain't real, then it was never meant to be in the beginning. And some people are just doing it because everybody else is doing it. Granted, I grew up wanting to rap because of influences and people I saw do it, but I wanted to do it for my own purposes after a while. Like, I saw Kendrick Lamar and a lot of people just rapping and expressing how they feel, and that's kind of like the main reason I want to do it, because I see people like, I know it's going to be weird, but Eminem or Tyler the Creator just being themselves and expressing who they are through music, and that's just something I wanted to do as well. So, but the moral of this story is you can rise above. And when I say this is going to be history, this shit is going to be for the history books. I'm going to have to tell my kids about this. I'm going to have to tell my kids why I didn't have a prom. I'm going to have to tell my kids why there were so many riots back then, or protests or riots, whatever you want to call it. I don't, there's going to be so many questions that my kids are going to ask, and kids of the future generation is going to ask. And I want to be able to answer them, and I want them to look at this video and say, first of all, who the fuck is this nerd in the video? And second of all, this is really important. And this was my parent. My parents survived through something so like this surreal, and we did, and we are going to survive because we've done it before. We've encountered so many things in America. We've encountered racism and war and terrorism and immigration. We're not even done with that yet. We're not done with immigration. We're not done with racism, but we're getting a little bit stronger. Slowly, we're moving past, and I wouldn't say past, but I say we're fighting through it. We are making changes slowly, and I want it to be rapidly because I want my kids to be able to walk the streets and wear their hoodie and not worry about somebody. I mean, granted, you shouldn't be walking around with a hoodie on. Anybody shouldn't be doing that, but I just What I mean by that is just I want my kids to be safe, especially since I will have black children. Um, Regardless of whomever I date, regardless of whomever I'm engaged to or elope to, those children that I'm going to have will be black or African American, and they're going to be walking through America. They're going to be walking through these streets, and I want them to be prepared. I want them to be ready, but also I want them to be safe, because I don't want that phone call. I don't want that phone call. I don't want that hashtag. And the only way I feel like I can fight back or I can speak up is through music. The only way I feel like I can speak up and say something about it is to address it towards you people watching in the camera. If you're watching through the camera, or if this is the Matrix and you're being fooled. But on a serious note, I just wanted to put that out there. So, and I did cry. I got really emotional about it, because I'm just, it's not fair. It's not fair that Nicholas Cruz, the man who killed 17 people, can get fucking patted on the back and coddled like a fucking child, but Eric Garner, the man who allegedly sold loose cigarettes, can be tasseled and dragged and and ruthlessly killed. And it's just not fair. It's never been fair. It's more than not fair. It's egregious to think that, that can be my father, and that, that can be anybody. So, we live in such a really weird, just horrible society. And we're living in these weird times, and we're doing this in the middle of a pandemic. People are still dying from this COVID. People are still getting sick. People are still losing their families. People are still losing, people lost their jobs. People are broke. People are poor. Over 7 million people are unemployed right now. People are broke. And even when this shit dies down, it's going to be hard for my generation, Generation Z, the unemployment rate is going to be ridiculously high. The crime rate is going to go up because people don't have jobs. People are broke. People are poor. $5 is enough to feed a family right now. People do not have money. I'm not saying that everybody doesn't have money, but I'm saying that it's just, it's gonna be kind of hard. These past, I'd say give it 5 years, is gonna be very, very different, very hard. Classrooms are gonna look different. Work is gonna look different. I have a job. It's not really that different, but it's still a little bit awkward to see that there's not that many people coming in, that there's glass protecting me and the customer. It's not as interactive as it used to be. We have to wear masks. We have to separate. It's but I feel like also that it brought us kind of closer. Even through all of this, it still kind of brought us together. It kind of bonded us together in a way that's unusual. Especially my class, especially my graduating class. We didn't expect this shit to go down. Everybody before 2020 was very, optimistic and looking forward to it, because this was going to be a new decade. This was no longer the 2010s. This was no longer, we were ready for this. And then shit just hit the fan. And that's why it also kind of taught me to never really have expectations. I don't have expectations for. I mean, it's normal for humans to be like, yes, 2021 is going to be my year, and then, you know, things happen, But it kind of taught me a little bit not to have expectations for things and to just, kind of go into it. Like, just, you don't have to have all these, oh, this is going to be a bad year. This is going to be a horrible year. Oh my God. Because you just never know. You just have to make it the best as possible. Even through this, you have to make it the best as possible. So, yes. As I was saying, it is 11:26 right now, and this song was just dedicated to those who's lost their lives, those who are out there fighting for COVID patients, those who are out there fighting for the lives who've been affected by this. This goes out to those who are out there protesting, those who are out there who really want to see a change, not the ones who want to get a nice Instagram picture and say, yeah, I did it. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who actually want to fight against this, who've been doing this for years, who've always had this in their heart. Not the people who want to be Instagram famous or do this for their ego. I'm talking about people who really want to do this. And I just, everyone who is like me, sitting in the house trying to figure shit out, and those employees, to everyone, like, it goes to everyone. It's not, after a while, I didn't see it as a one-dimensional song. I saw it as something that can be universal. So, I just wanted to put that out there for those who are fighting, those who are at home, those who are in the hospital beds, those who are protesting. And I wanted to uplift. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. And this is not The Matrix. And I'll see you guys later.